Japan. So whereas the clinical trial at the particular drug is going to release in the Japan market, that particular study has to be validated by using the PMDA rules. Okay, so it depends on the study. You have to select whether it is for FDA or PMDA. So if it's a 3.2 FDA, 3.2 PMDA, so that option you have to select. And then after validating the report, P21 report, in which format you want. Most of the cases it would be Excel. You have to select the Excel, or by default will be Excel. So the later, if you can see here, there will be a browse option. Okay, here we will have the browse option. So whenever you browse that, and then it will go to the particular local folder, then you can select all your SDTM XPT data sets. Okay, here you have to select the SDTM XPT data set and upload it. So once it is uploaded, then there is a option here. It is an optional option. If you have already created define.xml, you can upload, and then otherwise it should be fine. Then the seed is control terminology. Okay, so the which control terminology you have used. Okay, so for that you have to select here, and then Medra version. If you remember that adverse event dataset will have a Medra dictionary, which Medra dictionary you have used, whether it is 22 or 23 or 24, 26. Now I think it's 27 is the latest one, and then prior to that is a 26.1 is that. Okay, so based on your study, which Medra version you have used, then you have to select and then click the validate option. Okay, so when you click the validate option, it will start the validating. So okay, so this we already discussed. Okay, so when you click the validate option, so it will open the pop-up like this, validating the data. Okay, so it is the running the system, it will show like this. Okay, so the ones, okay, based on your data, it will take a while. It might take the 2 minutes or 3 minutes, sometimes 5 minutes also, date based on the data. If the data is data is normal, and then it will hardly take some 30 to 40 seconds, max 1 minute. But if data is huge, then might be take the 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, depend on your data. So whenever the complete like this, it will show in the green color. If you can select the open report. So whenever you select the open report, it will open the SAS, sorry, Excel format P21 report. So this is the P21 report. Okay, if you open the P21 report, there will be 4 tabs. Okay, so I think from here we can open the one of the P21 report, and I will show you. Okay, so I hope everyone can see this Excel, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so whenever we click that open report, okay, it will open this Excel. Okay, the P21 report, validated report for your particular study. So here you can find some kind of information. For example, the configuration. So which SDTM IG version you have? Do you have select the predefined options, right? That will show here. Okay, so define that XML, and then the series control version, and then the software version for the P21. So and then this series CD version, this will show that. So the later it will show that how many data set you have validated. The list of the data set you will show like here. If you can see this, okay, AE, CM, DM, DS, CG, what all are the data set you have run the P21 report for this, it will show here the data set name, and then what is the label of data set, and then what is the SDTM class for data set, and then source is nothing but your XPT formats as data set, XPT data set, and then how many records will have the each and every record. For example, if you can see in adverse event, there will be 47 records. In the concomitant medication, 7 records. Okay, so in the DM it's 30 records. It depends on the particular domain how many records were there. So the later you can see that reject, errors, warning, and notice. So we'll discuss one by one what is the error, what is error, warning, and the notice. Okay, so remember each and every data set, how many errors, how many warnings, how many notices we have, it will show here. Okay, so this is the dataset summary tab. Here we can check that how many dataset were run, what is the configuration, all these things. So the next is that issue summary, which is important. We have to take care of this particular tab. So if you can see, for example, in the first tab, what are the data set you have? In the individual data set wise, how many issues were there, it will show listed here. For example, if you can see, this is the adverse event data set. There in the adverse event data set, we have these many issues. See, here it is showing the 4 issues. Okay. Out of those 4 issues, the first issue is the error, second is also error, third is also error, and the fourth is a warning. And then this issue, how many records? The first error is records for the 47 records. This issue is there. So the second one is the one record, and the third one is for one record, and the fourth one is for one record. It means each and every data set wise, issue wise, it will give the count, and then what is the severity of that particular. Severity is nothing but whether it is the error, warning, or note. Okay, so this will give. So here you need to understand what is error, what is warning, what is note. So as per the CDISC standard, if there is an error, that is the issue. Okay, obviously it is the error. So it should not present any error. So when you develop the CDISC standard data set, there should not be any error. Okay, so if there is error, you have to go back and then fix it, that error. If it's not fixable, and then what is the issue, you have to investigate and then provide the proper justification. Sometimes this might be the data issue. If it's a data issue, you go back and then raise a data issue to the data management, and the data management people is going to check with the site level, and then they'll get it done by that issue. Okay, sometimes data issue, but sometimes it's a programming issue. If it's a programming issue, you have to go back and update that, and then rerun the P21 again. That issue should be resolved. Okay, it means error is a serious warning. It is a serious thing. It should not contain any errors in your output. Okay, so for example, if you can see, null value for the A decode variable marked as a required. This is the one of the checkpoint. Okay, if you can see, this is the P21 ID. The Pinnacle 21 ID is nothing but the each and every ID which is nothing